What's happening?
What the hell is happening?
What are they
here?
doing?
What do you think is happening right now?
What's happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening? What the hell is happening here?
What is happening here? Excuse me, what is happening here?
What is happening here? What's happening?
Janelle really is an enigma for me. I am so confused. I'm frustrated. I just don't get it. Janelle just did a couple podcast interviews solo without Christine, and I am just baffled by the way she was talking about Cody and Robyn. It was very reminiscent of early season OG3, where maintaining Cody's positive polygamy party line was paramount. Sorry for all the alliteration. Janelle is damn near complimentary of Cody and Robyn at certain points in both of these interviews. And I'm just sitting here like, is Cody reeling her back in? Is she hopefully just playing nice because Coyote Pass has still yet to be divided? Like, seriously, what is happening right now? We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. We all know that saying, when somebody is loyal to a fault. I think Cody would probably describe Robyn as loyal to a fault, even though I don't think anyone else would. But Janelle, our chill queen, I think she might fall into the category of unbothered to a fault. Like, just watching the show this season and how Cody has turned on her children specifically, it just really defies reason for me how Janelle could possibly find anything nice to say about Cody, especially since she is so tight with her daughter Maddie. Cody has made Maddie public enemy #1. I always got the feeling that polygamy worked for Janelle because Janelle just doesn't need to see her significant other all that much, which is cool if you are a childless poly woman, but making decisions that intentionally give your kids at best a fraction of a father has caused all of us to kind of side-eye the OG3 no matter how much we like them. I think it goes without saying that Mary, Janelle, and Christine, no matter how much we champion them now, we can all agree that they've made some super questionable parenting choices over the years. And this very topic actually came up in season 19 when Cody revealed that Ari had a meltdown when he was trying to leave Robyn's one day to head to another household.
Ella was melting down, and I'm like, Robyn, I need you to drag her off of me. And she says, she's expressing herself. You're gonna have to take 5 minutes and let her do it.
My kids were always like, from the very beginning, they knew that their dad was not going to always be there. I always felt like Cody and Robyn mismanaged the situation with her children. Through all history of the family, the other kids did it.
It's like, on the one hand, I do agree with Janelle. I mean, all of the other kids had to learn with having at best 1/4 of a dad. So it's not really fair that Robyn's kids have never had to learn that lesson. But on the other hand, I can't really argue that any child should see less of a parent that they want to be around. If a kid wants to be around their parent, they should be able to. And that wouldn't be a problem if Cody didn't have to ignore 13 other kids in order to give Ari undivided attention. What I've been enjoying about season 19 so far is that Janelle and Mary especially, I mean, because Christine's already been spilling the tea on the show, but Janelle and Mary seem to be revealing more about the disparity between their marriages to Cody and Cody's marriage to Robyn, and how that disparity affected their kids' relationships with him too. It was really frustrating in those middle seasons, like the latter half of the Vegas years and the early Flagstaff era, when the OG3 would continue to claim that Cody was a loving and present father when it was so clear that he wasn't. It's like, Christine, you can't complain that he is always at Robyn and then also praise him that he is there for all his other households. Like, that just doesn't math. It's been refreshing to see Mary and Janelle admit that they were ditched by Cody. One of the major storylines of season 19 is what the heck is going to happen with Coyote Pass, and how are Mary and Janelle going to be financially compensated with leaving their marriages. In this early season clip between Janelle and Maddie, Janelle is talking about finances and wall art, and then we get everyone discussing finances.
Blah, blah, blah. I see all the art on their walls. I see all these things, and that's fine. I have money and I've spent it on things too.
Cody and Robyn shared everything. They shared the house payments, they shared the utilities, they shared everything.
But I used to always be surprised at how nice her backyard was. It was completely finished.
And then I learned during my divorce really how to budget myself. You just must have had a different priority of where your money was going to go than I did. That's all.
So with me leaving or trying to go somewhere and do something different, I want my value of the property. And I'd like to recoup some of the money I put into Robyn's house.
I mean, it's like we were working together for so long. When Janelle's bringing up, that Cody and I owe her something, it's like, how do you calculate? How do you figure that out? It's so confusing.
I really feel like Robyn thinks that she is a mastermind, but she actually could be on that show World's Dumbest Criminals, I swear. You had how long to come up with some sort of reason why you always had nicer shit, and this is what you came up with? Like, how do I do math? And then I'm like, yes, finally, Janelle is speaking up, and she is revealing how she noticed how Robyn had like a finished backyard, and she's noticed the art on the wall, and she is coming for what's hers. It's like, yes, finally. We even see in teasers for this upcoming episode that she is tipping off Mary that Cody and Robyn are probably planning to screw them both over. It's like all these pieces seem to be falling into place for Janelle, that Cody has always kind of been a loser. So color me shooketh when I'm listening to these podcasts and she is saying things like, Cody was always a present father.
Well, that's, I think, a question that we all kind of wonder is, he kind of perpetuates this idea on the show that he was like super involved. Obviously, we see as the kids get older, they feel much more distant. But what was the reality of him as a present father to all of the kids?
I always thought he was very present. In fact, that was one of the things I really admired about him, is he was very engaged with his kids. Like, he really did love his kids. I remember at one point, Maddie commented, and this was when she was still very 15, 16, 17, that his soulmates were really his children. He really did love his children. He was very engaged with them. As they got older, it was harder for him, I think, to relate to them as adults.
Ma'am, I cannot, with how much she is literally contradicting what she has said on the show this season. Like, what gives with this change of heart? How was Cody such a great dad, but then your kids also knew that he'd barely ever be around? Make that make sense. How exactly did Robyn mismanage her children's expectations then? A big part of being a good dad is attendance. Don't get me wrong. Shitty parents can be present parents, but you can't really be a good parent and be perpetually absent. That just really doesn't make any sense to me. I've been feeling this way for a while, but in these last two interviews, Janelle kind of solidified the fact that I really feel like she left Cody kind of against her will. I think if she had it her way, she'd probably still be with him, but there is no way on the planet that her kids would have a relationship with her if she was still excusing all of Cody's bad behavior. So Janelle rightfully chose her children. Luckily, I feel like Janelle feels the hellfire Maddie would rain down if she did go back to Cody more than any pull Cody might still have over her. There was this really wild moment in the Kate Casey interview where Janelle literally went to bat for Robyn, justifying the nanny and what Robyn considers work.
And what was the nanny doing the whole time? Why did she have a nanny, but none of you both have 6 kids and you're not allowed to have a nanny, but she's supposed to, what was that about?
Well, our children are older. I don't know. I guess I just never really thought about getting a nanny. Christine and I just worked together. Christine, Mary, and I worked together on raising the children. But they were closer in age. So, I don't know. Circumstances, I have no idea. I don't know. So that would be a question for them. I just don't have any idea.
But she didn't work. She was not working during this period of time. So she has access to a nanny with 2 small children during this whole experience.
We're obviously involved in the show, which does take up some time for sure. I mean, there's some demands, quite a few. So there's hours that you spend away from home because we're working on producing episodes. So she was working.
I suppose. I just felt
everybody doesn't really think about it. But
all I gotta say is God bless Kate Casey. She is like, I don't get it, but okay. It is so wild to hear Janelle at the end of the year of our Lord 2024 go to bat for all of the extras that Robyn necessitated. I feel like I have entered a time warp that has taken me all the way back to season 1. Check out what Janelle had to say to Heather McDonald about how she was cool with the breadcrumbs Cody gave her.
Was there any moment where before it kind of really came to a head that you felt like, oh, whoa, there is something different going on with them, that it might be on a totally different level than us, than me, than Christine, and then Mary?
I was really happy with what I had. I was very comfortable. I was very independent. I learned early on to kind of communicate with Cody what I needed from him. And I was pretty confident I'm confident in my own skin. And so I could see that there was some differences in that relationship, and it didn't really bother me, because technically part of the growth trajectory for men is that they need to learn to be able to manage and have capacity for all those relationships, right? And so I saw it. It didn't bother me. In fact, my kids now are like, "Oh, Mom, didn't you see him do X, Y, Z?" I'm like, I don't know. I just wasn't tracking.
And again, it's like, on the one hand, I kind of aspire to be this secure in myself that I could just take or leave something, like take or leave a significant other being around. I definitely do not possess that kind of chill. So good on you, Janelle. But then on the other hand, it's like, I hate to be harping on the obvious, but it wasn't just you he was absent from, Janelle. And I suppose it's cool that Janelle felt like she was able to effectively communicate with Cody. But it seems like when Janelle's kids tried to talk to Cody, they were routinely shut down until they ultimately just walked away from a relationship with their dad completely. And I really don't believe, Janelle, that Cody was always receptive to her needs, because literally in last week's episode at Josephine, he shuts her down completely when she tries to bring up issues with Robyn. Nobody can talk about Robyn, and it's like Robyn is the problem. Heather McDonald also asked Janelle about Robyn becoming legal wife, and Janelle parroted what she said on the show way back in season 9.
But did you at any time feel like, were you like 100% this is the right thing to do? Or did you feel like this was wrong to even bring up or ask? I don't know how it came about. I don't know if Mary offered or how it came about.
What I remember is that Mary said that she had felt impressed, like a spiritual impression that she should be doing this. I don't know. That's what I remember. And I thought, wow, it's a pretty big sacrifice, on her part to do that. But we all understood it was so that Robyn, so Cody could adopt Robyn's children, and we were fine. Like, we just knew that was it. It didn't really change things. I did have some concerns. I remember addressing them with Cody, and he reassured me that it would be fine, that we would be fine. Nothing's changing.
What was your concern? That it would affect Mary later in a really negative way? Or?
Actually us. Like, I worried that it affected Cody and I. And I asked him point blank, and he said, no, everything is still the same.
And I guess it wasn't Janelle contradicting this, but in season 19, Mary does confirm that things did in fact change when Robyn became legal wife.
I knew that mine and Cody's relationship was not in a solid place. I didn't know what was going to change. He had a conversation with Janelle, and she was concerned about things changing, and they did.
Ugh. I really hope this video doesn't come off as one big huge dump on Janelle. It's more like I exclaim, what the fuck? Because I care. Janelle is a fan favorite. She is certainly a favorite of mine. I think she possesses a lot of qualities that I wish I had. Like I said, her level of secureness with herself is something that I aspire to obtain. I just needed to vent some of the frustration that I've felt listening to these podcasts the last few days. Luckily, our queen will be in superhero mode in this upcoming episode, warning Mary that she needs to go after what's hers, or Robyn and Cody will will snake her portion of Coyote Pass right out from under her. Another thing that I admire about Janelle is she cannot like you, but she still will want what's fair for you. Well, I don't believe Janelle and Robyn will ever be besties, like how I don't believe Janelle and Mary will ever be besties. I don't ever foresee a scenario where Janelle would intentionally screw Robyn over the way Robyn continues to screw Janelle over. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.